I'm Mortgage Mark. Let's talk about how construction loans work. So, before we get into the details of how they work, let's make sure we all understand something. Construction loans is a pretty big term. It can mean a whole bunch of stuff. It can mean like building a brand new home from the ground up. It can mean a renovation, maybe a new kitchen, things like that. It could also mean a second lien mortgage, where it's like you got your first lien in place and there's a second lien. Each one of these things runs or works a little differently. Down below, we'll have links to specific products and programs of how those things work, because each one's different. And at the time of this taping, just understand, guys, it is so much information to keep current, and that keeps changing, that some of the pages may or may not be more filled out than the others. So if you have questions, call us. We'll be able to walk through your specific needs for what you're looking for, what your questions are. But let's talk big picture in general, kind of how construction loans work, what they are. So first and foremost, before somebody gives you a home improvement loan or a construction loan, they need to know what's going to be done. So the biggest thing you guys can do is get the information from your builder, your contractor, whomever. We need to know the scope of the project, meaning like what's going to be done, what's going to be put in the house, the cost of that. So plan, specs, budget, right? The plan say, here's what we plan on doing. Specs say, we're putting in like granite countertops and hardwood floors or whatever it may be. So those are the specifications, the specs of what's going in there. And then the budget. We think it's going to cost 10 grand to do this, 20 grand to do that, 3 grand to do this. So all that needs to be line itemed out. So once you have all that, then you can go to a lender and say, I want a loan for this much, right? So now that you know that, the lender's then going to say, cool. They might ask for a draw period. Like, do you want one draw? Like smaller projects, 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand. They might say, hey, one draw, maybe two. What is a draw? A draw means that once some work's been completed, or before they start some work, but again, depends on the program, they may say, hey, the builder may say, hey, lender, we need some money. And so they'll say, I need 20 grand to do these things. And that's a draw request. So the lender's then going to say, cool, here you go, here's your money. And then they do it. More often than not, they're going to need you, the homeowner, to sign off on that, to say, yes, I understand my builder's about to take this 20 grand because it's your debt. This is a loan. That's your money you owe back. I know my builder's about to go do this, or my contractor's about to do that. So they'll figure all that out. So long story short, it kind of works this way. You get all that together, say, here's how much I need. You get your loan, and then you get your draws after you're done. You get funds through the draws. More often than not, the last draw, they'll hold some back. They won't give your builder all the money, or your contractor all the money, until all the work's been completed, and they get a thumbs up from you saying, yes, we're good. Then they release that final draw. So I realize that's a very broad scope of what construction loans really look like. And again, it just depends on each one. So check out down below. I'll make some more videos for you guys on those as well, to say, here's how each one works. And like I said, if you guys have questions, please reach out to us. My team and I are here to help. You can find out more information at mortgagemark.com if you're not already watching this on that site. And just remember, guys, when you think mortgage, think Mark.